Hey, somebody showed up. What's up, Gary? I didn't know if anybody would actually see this. This is my first live stream ever. It's weird. I guess I'm expecting somebody to talk back, but I guess they're not. Where are you coming from, Gary? Also, can you hear me? There's like a huge delay on the... Oh, cool. Awesome. I didn't know you were a YouTube subscriber. Thanks for being a subscriber. That's awesome. Cool. I just got back to Austin, Texas from doing a trip kind of across the country. So it's kind of nice to be back in the warm weather. I just left Michigan. It's where all my family is. So it was starting to get cold. It's fall there. So, well, it's fall everywhere, but it really felt like fall. Florida's where, as you know, all Michiganders go to escape the winter, the snowbirds. Yeah, I always associate October with like a colder. I actually used to play football, and sometimes we'd be playing in October when we'd have snow in Michigan. So, oh, nice. Have you followed my Bing stuff, or I hate the snow? No more of that. Or have you used Bing? Have you used paid traffic? I want card accepted in Bing ads. Yeah, man. Or woman, I'm not sure. Algeria? Oh man, that's one of the things I'm still trying to figure out. I don't know how to answer when people are finding that they're not getting accepted just because they're from a certain country. I mean, I assume that's why. I don't know. It's tough to know how to deal with that. I've just haven't had to. So um, I hope I can find something, because a lot of people come to me and say that they're getting their accounts rejected or something. Just I assume just because of, you know, their card location or something like that. Like, it's not. Yeah, it's really tough. Sorry. Um, have you been able to find any information anywhere about how to, what the possible causes of not accepting a card might be? Pay and eat. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I really don't know how like card systems work. Hey, we got lots of people showing up here. Jonathan, what's up? Payoneer. Oh yeah, I have heard of Payoneer. I don't really know much about it though. So yeah, so Gary's saying, yeah, thanks Gary. Gary's saying you might have some luck speaking on the phone. Have you tried that? Jonathan, I have actually, yeah, I've tried Facebook and Google. I've spent the most amount of money on Google actually, and I dabbled in Facebook. I've done it for a couple different clients, spent quite a lot of money, and then I got into the Shopify craze a little bit in the last year. So I spent a lot of money trying to figure that out. Um, I did have some success, and I really, really love Facebook, but I'm also a little worried about Facebook because I have had accounts in the past get just, banned, and there's no response. So whereas with Google actually tends to help you. They want to actually help you get back onto their network, and they're really nice, and you can talk to them on the phone. Facebook just sends a message that's like, you're done. There's nothing you can do about it, nothing you can say about it. So I'm kind of like nervous to try anything that I think might push the boundaries with Facebook, which is probably, a limiting belief there. So Gary's saying Facebook is paranoid. He and I are doing the Builderall thing right now, and I did try to run one ad, which was not to, a Builderall make money thing. It was like, I don't know, it just mentioned Builderall, and they banned the ad, but they didn't ban my account, luckily. But so Bing, the reason that a lot of people like Bing is because it is pretty loose on the restrictions for what it allows on the platform compared to the other platforms. So AdWords, they're really awesome, and they're really helpful, and they will help you get on their platform, but they have really strict, guidelines as to the type of content that they allow. So if it's a certain type of like affiliate offer, they just simply won't, they can't really help you because they've already made up their mind that they're not going to do that type of offer. But yeah, Bing will pretty much allow almost all kinds of offers. Any product on ClickBank pretty much is fine on Bing. A lot of CPA offers, I think probably all of them. I've got more experience with ClickBank, but yeah. So, and Gary's throwing in here, Bing is also 75% cheaper than Google for a lot of the same keywords. Yeah, so that's a really good point too. If you know how to do Google, at least the search side, so Google has display and search. Bing doesn't really have the display thing. But if you understand how to do the Google search thing, then you immediately know exactly how to use Bing's platform, because Bing is basically just following in the footsteps of Google, and vice versa. So if you learn Bing ads, you have like a perfect understanding, at least right now, of how to use the Google search features. Now, Google is starting to become a little more like focused on automated stuff. They're trying to get it into kind of like the Facebook model. So Facebook will track your conversions, and then you basically just kind of give it to Facebook and say, please get me more conversions at a lower cost. And, it's supposed to work out pretty well. It worked out pretty well on some campaigns when I was doing the Shopify stuff, but then other ones, not so much. So yeah, those are some of the reasons people like Bing. It's relatively cheap. It's relatively kind of low competition, at least right now. And it pretty much allows any sort of offer to be on the network. Now, the limitation is volume. So, Bing does have really good quality people on there, but it's just nowhere near how big Google is. So you can max out a campaign on Bing, and you could know that if you were able to run it on Google, you could probably get 10 times as much traffic, just because most of the people using the internet are using Google. So that's the limitation of Bing, but you can make plenty of money whether you have your own business or you're doing affiliate marketing or whatever, just using Bing, because I think I was just reading it today because I'm starting to gather a lot of information for the new version of the Bing course, and I saw that I think there's 63 million people on Bing, so that's a lot of people to choose from. There's a whole nother thing of Bing too, which is that they do have international traffic. I think most of their traffic is in the US and Canada, but they have a lot of international traffic as well, and I think some people have kind of exploited that pretty well, I would guess. Bing ads with ClickBank is good. Yeah, and Bing also has a native ads thing that they're trying to roll out, kind of like going to be their version of display, but I haven't really used it too much. It kind of seems a little more like brand advertising So you need a bigger budget to try to hone it in. I dabbled with it a little bit, and then I was just like, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. Which good WhatsApp or email marketing? I haven't heard about using WhatsApp. Is that like can you buy traffic on WhatsApp? Can you buy ads? Email marketing is amazing. I mean, that's the tried and true internet marketing method is email marketing. You know, they say the money is in the list or whatever. I've common what are the common newbie mistakes you see people do on Bing? That's an awesome question. So the biggest thing that I've been seeing is that people's expectations, I think, are a little out of whack for what it will take to make a profitable campaign. So I just worked with somebody, and they were saying that they run through all the details and tell me all the keywords and everything they did. And then they're saying, yeah, I had this failed campaign and I did it a month ago and I just stopped working on it because, I spent $15 and I only made $1. So, $13 down the drain. And I was like, wait, what? You only spent $15? How? That's like, now in this particular case, it actually was enough to get even one conversion, which is great. And it was a CPA type offer where you just have to submit an email. And so he got paid, or he thought he got paid $1. He actually got paid like $2.50 or $3. So what happened was, in his mind, he was thinking, I failed again, like it doesn't work like I thought it would. I thought I would just, spend $5 and make 100. But instead he spent 15 and he made 3. But then I was like, dude, that's probably a profitable campaign. You just haven't dug in and found. So like if you have, 30 different keywords that you run in this campaign, or let's just say 10. You have 10 different keywords and you say, okay, I spent, $15, only made 1 sale. Well, if you dig into the keywords, then you could go and look and see that one of the keywords you only spent 20 cents and you made $3. And then, so theoretically, you could turn off all of the other 9 keywords, just pause them, and then now you have a profitable campaign. So I call this buried treasure. I think a lot of people, when they go to run ads, this is the biggest problem I see across the board with paid traffic, is just people are afraid to do it. They're just afraid to, spend money on something that isn't going to work or isn't going to provide an ROI, which I totally understand. Obviously, that's why we want to spend money on traffic, not just, to mess around, but to make money. But with every single traffic strategy out there, you have to do optimization to get to the profit. So a lot of business owners, even if, like, I know some that could have a massive budget for testing and finding that buried treasure, finding that one profitable little stream. I talked to one guy and on a coaching call, and I referred to it as like claiming a little piece of land. You want to get this little stream of profitable traffic because search traffic is pretty consistent. There are seasonal trends. They go up and down throughout the months. Let's say you're selling sunglasses. Your trends are going to go up in the summer months and they're going to go down in the winter months. Probably, actually, don't know that for sure. But a lot of things trend at the end of the year in Q4, what we're coming up on, because people just buy stuff more, e-commerce especially. But for the most part, PPC is pretty consistent. So there's always new people coming in searching for these problems. And so when you're bidding on a search engine, you're not just like interrupting people. It's called interruption marketing. When you spend it on like Facebook, you're just putting something in front of somebody and they've never seen it before. And maybe they've never even thought of it, but once they see it, they need to click on it. Well, PPC is different. These people are already qualified. They're already searching for the problem, and you're presenting an answer to that problem. So, kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh, PPC is consistent. So if you can pull out a stream, like a keyword combined with an ad, combined with an offer, then that stream is very likely to continually produce the same, roughly the same results. They might go up and down from day to day, but when you've run campaigns for a long time, for years, you see that it's just like, it's an average thing. So business owners are afraid to spend money on ads, even ones that could potentially have a huge budget because they see it as a waste of money. But I was taught early on when I started learning about paid traffic that you're never spending money on ads, you're investing in data. You're learning what works and what doesn't work. And hopefully, quickly, you get to something that does work and it's a stream of profitability. But it doesn't always happen. You know, sometimes you spend money on something that just yields no results. And that is a bummer, I know, especially when you're starting out and you don't have a huge budget. You know, if you have $100 to spend, you really, really, really want to make that work. You want to spend, you know, $5 and see $30 come back. And what's really disappointing is when you spend $5 and you do see $30 come back on Monday, and then you're like, oh yes, okay, I'm up to 20 bucks a day. Oh my God, you start running out these projections. And then you get to Tuesday and you spend $30 again, or $5 and nothing. Okay, and then you get to Wednesday, $5 again, nothing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, nothing, nothing, nothing. And then all of a sudden on Sunday, 5 sales come through, and you spent $5 to make $120 or whatever. So, oh yeah, Gary, shutting off keywords is very, very important. So when people say they have a $5 a day campaign, $20 a day campaign, $100 a day campaign, whatever, they're talking about an average over a time period, probably over the month. So if you think about that, a lot of times, a lot of sales will just come in clumps. You know, you'll have nothing for a few days, and then all of a sudden 10 sales will come in. And I don't know why that is. People are just out there having, you know, various buying patterns. They, for some reason, felt like buying today and they didn't feel like buying yesterday. Maybe it's, you know, with your particular product, maybe it cycles up with their payment schedules. You know, they just got paid or they haven't gotten paid, or like I said, you know, people are more inside, I think, during the winter, because they're not lucky enough to live where Gary lives. So, you know, they're freezing their butts off inside. And so they're more likely to be browsing around on their computers or on their phones and more likely to be buying things. So yeah, the biggest mistake is just being afraid to spend money and thinking of it as spending money instead of investing in data. And the other one is the buried treasure thing, not looking for within the campaign and seeing if there was a profitable stream, just looking at the whole, judging the whole campaign and saying, okay, I spent $100. Did I make more than $100? No. Okay. I had a really good friend who has an information business, and I was helping him out. We were running some Bing ads, and he has a really great product, and he's never run paid traffic before. He's always gotten like joint venture traffic. So he's had his friends, associates, and affiliates mail for him. Yeah, I'm going to continue this for a second, then I'll answer your question. But he has a $97 product, and we spent, I think, $100 or $200, which was kind of a stretch for his budget at the time. But we made a sale, and you know, at first they were like, well, again, it's a failure. We spent $200 and we only made a $97 sale. We didn't make a profit. And I said, no, that's totally the opposite thing. We got to look inside the campaign, and that's amazing. We made $97. I bet we actually just spent $20 or $5 or $30 to make that $97 sale. Let's dig in. So we went and dug in and found out. So keyword is one example of a profitable stream, right? But another example is a device. Like if you are running traffic and you see that once you look through the data, you let it run for a while, again, you're buying data, you could see that all of your sales came from smartphones. And within Bing or within any ad platform these days, you can choose, which devices to run it on. And that was true of his offer. For some reason, we would get lots of clicks from mobile, like smartphones and tablets, and they just never, ever converted. So again, we were losing money. We ran it for another month, a few $100s, and it was the same kind of result. We made a couple sales, but it wasn't quite profitable. But then we turned off the mobile and tablet traffic because I was like, okay, there's enough data to know this is a pattern. It wasn't just a fluke event. So let's turn off all the keywords that haven't converted, and let's turn off tablet and mobile, and then, boom, we have a profitable campaign. Because when you eliminate those things and you look at the data again, instead of seeing I spent $200 and only made 100, you see, well, on computers and with this keyword and with this ad, I actually just spent $5 and made $100, or I've made, spent $20 and made $200. So that's the biggest mistake that people make, is they abandon campaigns that could have been profitable. And they don't, they have weird expectations about how much money it's going to take. So, all right. So we got another question here. Thanks for the question, by the way, Jonathan. And I'll look at your next one here too. So what tool of tracking keywords do you use? I love ClickMagick. I have a video on the channel that's about direct linking with ClickBank and Bing. And it's a really good, thorough, explanation of how to use ClickMagick. It's amazing. I mean, it's for, like, if you get into the affiliate world, there's some more complicated solutions. I used Prosper 202 for a while, which I found to be extremely confusing. And then I heard CPV Labs, and I was like, okay, that's what everybody's using. So I tried that, and it has tons of amazing features, but I could just not figure out how to use it. And I'm pretty tech savvy, but I mean, I set some things up once to track keywords, and I was just like, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I got it to work, but it works. It's tracking keywords. It's tracking to conversions on ClickBank. So I was really happy about that, but I just couldn't recreate it. And then I found out about ClickMagick, and they have the best training. They're super like down to earth. They give you videos to show you exactly what to do, and they know what you're trying to do. If you're trying to do affiliate marketing with Bing, with Max Bounty, with ClickBank, they just know who you are because they are affiliates, and it's way more affordable. There's another advanced one that the super amazing affiliates use called Volume, and that one's just pretty expensive. I think it's like $200 or $300 a month or something, but I'm sure it's amazing. But yeah, ClickMagick is so awesome. It gets the job done for sure. And I think their starter plan is like $17 a month, which is very, very affordable for all the amazing things it does. It does like split testing, different landing pages, and it automatically connects to like ClickBank and will tell you. So the most important part is you got to put in some tracking tokens. And that's what I explained in that video, in my direct linking Bing Ads and ClickBank video. I explain how to set up the tokens. So the tokens allow you to track your keywords to the conversions. So if you're using Max Bounty or ClickBank, then ClickMagick will track the conversion and even how much it was, what time. And then if you set up your tokens right, and you have to do some stuff in Bing and you have to do some stuff in ClickMagick. And I know it's kind of complicated, but I tried to break it down there, and I'm going to have, exact step-by-step things in the new Bing product. But once these clicks start running through ClickMagick, it's tracking all of this extra data, and you put it into Bing. And so it will show you, if you set up the tokens right, which device it was on, which ad it came from, the conversion, and which keyword was actually typed in. It's actually more than keyword. It's absolutely essential. Again, when we're talking about going from not profitable to profitable, finding that buried treasure, it's all about optimization. It's all about digging in and seeing, okay, out of those 30 keywords, most of them were failures, but there was one that is just consistently converting. Or out of these 3 ads that I wrote, you know, 2 of them are lame, but this one is just kicking butt. So click, or you know, your own website, or doing affiliate marketing with Max Bounty or ClickBank, then you don't have control over the landing page. So ClickMagick is amazing. It's absolutely essential. Even if you get lucky and you do spend $10 and you make $50 and it happens day after day, you're missing out on money. You're actually wasting. You have to set it up. You have to be kind of techie, but you can set it up. Question, is it possible to direct link offer using a tracker link? Again, check out the other video on my channel called Direct Link, ClickBank and Bing. It's pretty similar process to Max Bounty or whatever platform you're using as well. Yes, you can direct link. It's not always the most profitable though. So it is the easiest because I know you don't have to think about writing your own landing page or whatever, but it doesn't mean it's gonna work like crazy. I've had it work like crazy sometimes, but then other times I think it's going to and it doesn't. So it is a good place to start, especially if you're doing like Max Bounty, like those dollar payout ones or 36 cents or whatever, $2 payouts. Then I'm pretty sure you don't have to like warm people up too much, but then you'll see the process of setting up ClickMagick, and it should be similar for Prosper 202 if you're going for free, or CPV Lab or whatever. But I like ClickMagick because for such a small price, you get like the full, you know, feature set and user friendliness. If you are a newbie, their training is so user friendly. So if you watch that video on direct linking, you can see how to set it up. And there's an affiliate link below the video for if you want to support me, you know, so would appreciate that for ClickMagick. Inside during winter, my 2 rocks in my head are rubbing now on stuff to promote. Let's see. Ever tried BMob? It's free. It's exactly like Volume. Check it out. I've never actually heard of it. I will check it out. That's awesome. It's exactly like Volume, huh? I've never used Volume either. I always wanted to, but maybe I will. BMob. Is that... I was on a forum a few years ago called I Am Grind. Did they create that? I feel like they created some sort of mobile tracking platform. With ClickMagick, Charles says, I discovered a 3-word combo that gets an average of 1 lead per 2 clicks. That's awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. ClickMagick also lets you direct link and cloak with a custom domain. Yeah, I haven't really tried cloaking. I do know that, again, someday I want to just like, actually just want to spend like weeks digging through ClickMagick's advanced features. They have a lot of cool split testing stuff. But the cloaking thing, I got really excited once because I thought I had cracked the code, and I was like, oh my gosh, you can just create an iframe or whatever with ClickMagick and send directly to the offer with so you'd have your own domain, but it would pop up the offer. And I did, and I started making sales, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I'm, you know, spending a little bit of money making big sales on ClickBank offer. But then I looked through ClickBank's terms of service or something, and they very strictly forbid using iframe. So if you're loading their landing page inside of an iframe, I'm pretty sure they can ban your account and like revoke all of your commissions. I'm not positive. It's up to you to look at that, but and maybe, you know, not every network does that. It kind of scared me off of trying that, but check it out for yourself. I don't know why they do that, but it was a big bummer to me because I was like, oh yeah, this is working great. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's breaking the terms of service, and they can just revoke all of your commissions. So that would really suck to have, you know, $10,000 worth of commissions or something sitting in your ClickBank account, and then they say, yeah, we looked at your link and we saw that you're, cloaking, and we're revoking all of that. So you spent all that money and didn't get anything back. I do know, though, that I used to work for the top product on ClickBank, and our top affiliate at the time was cloaking. He was like burning through AdWords accounts. He would start an AdWords account, do like direct like cloaking, and just send tons and tons and tons of clicks to our offer, which was converting really well at the time. And he made a fortune. I mean, he spent a fortune as well, but he was the number one affiliate for a while, and he was just dwarfing everyone else with sales. But he also like had to have a system. This is kind of like black hat type stuff, so he had to have a system of, creating new AdWords accounts, which sounds pretty like tiring to me. I've known other people that do stuff like that as well. They'll just like buy new Facebook accounts and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I guess they're making a lot more money than me, so maybe it's worth it, but it sounds, I'd rather do it like a way that's acceptable within the rules. But it's up to you. And I'm not saying what you're cloaking is bad. I mean, if you're doing different networks or whatever, or maybe you've looked into the rules and it's totally fine. But yeah, ClickMagick is amazing. Do you use Quora ads with ClickBank? I didn't even know Quora had, I guess I knew Quora had ads because I see it when I'm using it, but I've never tried using their ad platform for PPC. So it is kind of a new platform. It's possible, like somebody, I think you were talking about Snapchat earlier. It's very possible. I've seen some pretty like weird, shady offers on the Snapchat ad platform lately. I think this usually happens whenever a platform opens up to ads. It's kind of like the Wild West for a little while. They kind of let just anybody run, but eventually, and people can make a lot of money in that time because you can run offers that convert really well, but they're not allowed on the other platforms. So, and you can just, and usually the clicks are really cheap as well. So you can make a ton of money for a while. It's not very sustainable, but you can make so much money in that time. So maybe Quora is right there right now, where you could get massive exposure, and they have almost no filters on the content they'll allow. But I have no idea. I haven't heard anybody talk about Quora ads. But I do know that you can get a lot of traffic from Quora by posting answers to questions. I've gotten some traffic from my YouTube and some traffic from my blog as well. They're also really like awesome backlinks for SEO. And weirdly, they actually just started this thing called Quora Questions, where they are sponsored partners, which I think is pretty cool. They're actually paying people to create better questions. So they're paying people to build out their platform of questions. And if the question meets these certain criteria, you can make a little bit of money. If it gets shown on your ad platform and people click on it, then you get a cut of the revenue. Kind of like YouTube gives you a cut of the people that click on your ads before your YouTube videos. So I have no idea. I think they said their top partners are making like a few thousand a month or something, just coming up with questions, which is really, I mean, if you think about it, it's one of the easiest ways to make money I've ever heard, but I don't think the ceiling is that high. And it might be, really boring and tedious, but it's very, very easy. Just come up with questions. Have you ever used CB Engine to look for offers to promote? Yeah. I have a blog article where I talk about it on my blog, but I've never dug into it too much, but I think it's cool. I mean, I'd like to pay more attention to it, I guess. Have you? I'm guessing yes. I think I bought like a lifetime subscription a bunch of years ago. So did any of you buy the beta test version of the Bing Ads Bootcamp? I was basically told by my mentor that charging only $7 for it was pretty silly. So I'm going for a higher priced, more quality oriented product now, but that was pretty cool to release my first marketing product after kind of being behind the scenes for a while. And yeah, I've got a lot of feedback, so definitely appreciate you guys coming on here with me. This is really awesome. I expected that nobody would join, but I've gotten a lot of feedback over the last few months. I think I released the initial, test group thing almost getting close to a year-ish now, like 6 or 7 months ago. And yeah, like I said, it was the first marketing product I've ever put together, and I'm really excited because over the next couple weeks, I'm just going to be like diving into building out the thank you, Charles. Well, if you're on my list, check out, or if you're subscribed to YouTube, my YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos about Bing over the next couple weeks, and I'm going to do like a proper launch for the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0, where I'm going to cover, everything that we're talking about here, and all the other questions that I'm gathering from the people who have used it, the people that I did coaching calls with, and also just stuff that I wish I would have put in there in the first version. But that's the way it always is. You got to just ready, fire, aim, as they say, and you just got to like publish, get it out there, ship it, and then improve and keep going. So Dr. M. Cotby, can Bing Ads be used to get traffic to a blog, or will it be a money loss? Well, those are kind of two separate questions. Absolutely, you can get traffic to a blog. And would it be a money loss? Don't know. That depends on how well your blog is optimized for conversion. If you're trying to get, email signups and you have a good follow-up, then you could definitely make it profitable. I did try running traffic to an Amazon affiliate blog that I had, and I never really dialed it in, but I definitely think I didn't put that much attention on it. I was running other campaigns at the time, but I think if I would have actually given it the proper treatment, like setting up Click Magic and getting, all the saying what I did before, look for the buried treasure. I was making sales on Amazon. I'm not positive that that's in full alignment with their, Amazon, their affiliate program terms and service, but I don't see why they wouldn't mind. I mean, you're just sending traffic to your own blog, and people are free to, browse around on that blog. And if they happen to click on your affiliate link and buy a product, then I don't see why that would be a problem. So if that's what you're talking about, like an Amazon affiliate type blog, especially if you all paid traffic boils down to cost per acquisition and lifetime value. So if you know your average purchase from that blog of that particular product, let's say you have a Amazon affiliate blog about snow blowers, and you know that every time you sell this snow blower, I don't know if they sell them on Amazon, but probably every time you sell this snow blower, you make $200 or something. Then all you have to do is get a cost per acquisition of less than $200, and then you're profitable. So you just have to track both sides continuously. And then ideally you're passing, tracking stuff. Essentially you must do it. If you want to be successful, you have to track the keywords, the devices, etc. So one thing, Dr. Copy, as far as running traffic to a blog, one thing cool about Bing Ads is you can drop your traffic pretty low, especially if your keyword has a lot of search volume. If a lot of people are searching for it, you can drop your bid to very, very low. So on AdWords, if you drop your bid, maybe on mobile, you could get away with running bids for like 5 cents or less. But on desktop and tablet, usually if you set it for less than like 20 cents, you're really not going to get much traffic at all unless there's there's zero competition. But on Bing, you can actually set your traffic, your clicks for like 5-10 cents or whatever, and still do pretty decent, still get a decent amount of traffic, especially if there's good volume. So I wouldn't rule it out, depending on what your product is and how much each lead or each visitor is worth to you. You could try it with low bids and then just kind of slowly scale your way up. And you want to get tracking as soon as possible, like very good tracking to the conversion, whether it's opting in or your sale of your product or an affiliate product. So if it's your product, you can do it from just Bing and set up the tracking code on your blog. If it's affiliate product, you got to get something like ClickMagick. Can I use Bing for affiliate, says search engine online marketing? Absolutely. Yeah, that's why a lot of people come to look for Bing, actually, is because it's very good for, do you need a landing page for Bing? You don't need one. You can do direct linking, as it's called, and I have a video on my channel about that, at least for ClickBank, and you can use that for other affiliate networks too. But you always want to test, direct linking versus opt-in versus landing page. I'm going to talk about that more in the upcoming product, but you just never know. So if it's easier for you to get started, ready, fire, aim, just go ahead and get started, but plan on optimizing always, and plan on, testing out. You might not want to build a landing page because it sounds like a lot of work, but what if you do and it triples your conversions? I mean, you'd be stupid not to use it. So, but no, you don't need a landing page for Bing. I guess I wouldn't always recommend it. I mean, if direct linking is working and it's profitable, then awesome, go for it and keep scaling, keep finding new offers, keep running the same process over and over. But, from what I've heard and also in my own experience lately, I've been trying a lot of this affiliate marketing stuff. And yeah, weirdly, landing pages tend to do better, but it's not always true. It's not always with every niche. So you got to test landing page versus opt-in versus direct linking and just see over time what works better. But if you want to start with direct linking, go ahead. Any other questions? I think we've been over a little bit longer than I expected, which has been really awesome. I'm so happy that people showed up. I really appreciate it. Any other questions? Landing page. Landing pagee. You're probably typing fast. What is your website? My website is, landing page is in WordPress. Yeah, that could work. You might, just make sure that it's, or GetResponse. That could also work. GetResponse, I think, is hosted on their cloud, so it might work a little bit better. Unless you have really great hosting, you wouldn't want to lose conversions because of landing page speed. So yeah, if you have a GetResponse subscription, then go ahead and use GetResponse if you have landing pages there. I personally like Builderall. I think it's awesome for starting out building landing pages, and it has 100 other marketing tools built in, and it's a really cool, great affiliate product to promote as well. Make recurring revenue, all that. Gary knows. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really great. And then ClickFunnels, obviously, also a big fan. It's kind of like the gold standard now of building landing pages, but also great affiliate program. I like the pre-made. Gary says I like the pre-made pages in Builderall. I do too. I think they look really nice. Yeah, just make changes to what is there. Any automatic software for affiliate to run Bing? Well, there is some software. I've never used it. I was gonna try it out and see what it was like. Generally, I don't really like trust the fully automated solutions, but I get the appeal. Anyways, it's called Bing. Uh-oh. Bing. I forgot. It's on JV Zoo. Something about Bing. I think I might have put like a quick blog article about it without much writing on my blog, but Bing something. I don't know. I guess it goes out and grabs all the ads that are already running on Bing, and then you can just use those. I really wouldn't depend on that for, you know, your ongoing journey of success, but I can see the appeal. You just push a button and it does everything for you. I mean, you can try it. I can't remember what it is called though. Bing. I know there's one called Bing Boss, but I don't know if that's the same. There's another one. It might be cool. It might be fine. They claim to have made lots of money with it, but I have not used it myself. Gary, Bing Intelligence is awesome. You know, I think Bing Intelligence is only on Windows. I've wanted to check it out, but I haven't been able to use it. I love the Bing Ads editor, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Gary, you asked what is my website? It's digitalnomadrockstar.com. So I started the channel because I took 2 YouTube courses, this YouTube channel. I took Alex Becker's Video Marketing Academy, and that got me started. And then I took Tube Tycoon from Dan Brock, which is, I mean, both of them are really, truly amazing. And I owe the whole YouTube channel and everything and starting a product and all that stuff to both of those guys. But I started a channel. I was trying to think, like, what could I help people with? I just thought of different niches, and you know, I've spent a lot of time over the last few years running AdWords and some Bing, and those are the videos that I ended up making. I ended up making videos about that topic to see if I could, you know, find people to help, and the Bing thing kind of took off. So I thought AdWords would be way bigger because there's so many more people using AdWords. But I didn't realize that Bing has this huge following of people who have heard about it for affiliate stuff. And so when I wrote, I created this video that was actually just kind of like the off-the-cuff duplicate of the AdWords version. So I made this video called How to Get Started on AdWords Profitable on Day One. So I was going to tell all the tricks that I've learned over the years to not waste money on your AdWords campaigns, because I see people just blowing money on stupid things on AdWords. So I made that, and at the time I was trying to keep the videos to 10 minutes. So that one was about 10 minutes. And then I was sitting there and I was like, you know, I've already got it in my mind. I might as well just create another video about Bing. I'm sure nobody will ever see it. Bing is tiny. You know, I love it. I think it's like this secret gem, but a lot of people don't know about it. Almost nobody knows about it. So, but anyways, I'll just make the video anyways. And I didn't even stick to the 10-minute timer. I just kept rambling on and on like I am now. And it went on for like 45 minutes. And I published it, and I just thought, whatever. I gotta just keep publishing videos. You know, that's what Alex Becker was saying. So it can't hurt me. Well, you know, it took a couple months, but basically none of those AdWords videos ever really took off, but the Bing one just started climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and people just really resonated with it. The longer video helped me get watch time on YouTube, because people were staying for an average of like, you know, 20 minutes or something, and because they were watching all of this training, and people really liked it because it was like very honest and gave a lot of information and very like practical tips. And yeah, so this whole thing is because of this one like off-the-cuff video that I didn't expect anybody to ever see. Just kind of like I turned on live. I didn't really expect anybody to show up, but you guys are awesome, and you did show up. Yeah, so all of that rambling was to say why my blog is called Digital Nomad Rockstar. I originally was thinking, because I've been kind of a digital nomad for a few years. This is my first official like apartment in like 5 years. I've been like traveling and staying with friends and staying in hostels and all that stuff, staying with family all over. So I love the whole digital nomad thing. And people really do call me the Nomad Brad, or Brad the Nomad is what they started to call me, but then somebody had that. So I just said, why not the Nomad Brad? I'll make it about digital nomad stuff. And then it kind of morphed into more like, you know, the tangible skills I could help people with instead of like how to travel or whatever. And I'm so glad that I went that way because it's way more fun for me. And yeah, so my company, brand, and website are called digitalnomadrockstar.com. And eventually I do want to get more into like digital nomad stuff, but I've just got this audience of people that want to know about paid traffic. And so I'm going to start there and help you guys out and hopefully, you know, help all of you see a lot more success and then, you know, build into more of the other areas that I'd like to do. So also, I think it's just a name that sticks in your head, I guess, the Nomad Brad. And it is authentic to me. Like I said, I've been a nomad for quite a while. Can you use AdWords as well for ClickBank? No, I wouldn't try that. You can sometimes, but that's why people come to Bing, because AdWords kind of doesn't like ClickBank. And you can get your account banned and stuff. They're not as mean as like Facebook, but generally you're gonna have to I don't know, some people get accepted on AdWords for ClickBank products. I think if you want to try, you have to build more of like a official website with like, you know, contact, and like, you can't just toss up a landing page and run traffic to it like you can on Bing. You're gonna have to like build it up into like a real blog, maybe. Just kind of like remove the ClickBank product a couple steps from AdWords. And they're really smart. They're Google. They know what you're doing for the most part. So like you kind of have to remove it. I heard that back in the day they used to go through your email autoresponder. I don't really think they could possibly do that anymore, but anyways, start with Bing. Alex Becker YouTube ads are burned into my head. Yeah, mine too. He got me to go from not knowing who he was, never heard of him, to spending a lot of money on his courses in the last year, and I'm very thankful for it. All of his courses are amazing. They've totally changed my life. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I just started watching his videos like many of us have. He's a phenomenal marketer. He's an amazing teacher, and yeah, he just changed my whole trajectory. I just didn't see all this as possible, and thankfully he's such a good marketer and such a good salesperson that he got me to, you know, buy in and invest in his courses. And that's why I'm talking to all of you. I have this YouTube channel because of him and because of Dan Brock, both of them phenomenal marketers. And yeah, Alex Becker's awesome. What is good ROI? Got Bing, good ROI. Do I need to be an expert in Bing? Can we use Facebook for ClickBank? I don't know if you can use Facebook for ClickBank. Again, Facebook's very picky about who they let advertise, and they're picky about affiliate marketers. So, you know, be wary, but I know people do make lots of money doing it. You just gotta like your own posts in like your own Facebook group or on your own page or whatever to ClickBank. Just don't be super spammy. If you want to know how to do that really well, Chad Bartlett is amazing at those strategies. Another mentor of mine, awesome marketer. Do you need to be an expert in Bing? I mean, you should always strive to be better at whatever you're trying to do. You don't have to be an expert. You can get started right away. You can just go open a Bing account and start blasting away. But I would at least recommend going through all of my videos and any other training videos on Bing. There's so much on YouTube that's free and awesome. You should definitely check it out. Yeah. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. This has been truly awesome. I will definitely do more of these, and I really appreciate your time. It's been great to get your questions. Again, I'm kind of conducting some research so that I can build all of this stuff into the Bing Ads Bootcamp 2.0 that I'm going to be announcing officially over the next couple weeks, and hopefully I will see you on the other videos that I'll be releasing, and if I do any more live streams, would definitely appreciate you being there. So yeah, thanks a lot, and have an awesome night. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all soon.